Pleased with yesterday's performance. I thought we got out and ran. Whenever you can get transition baskets, it opens up the offense. We still are working in progress in our half-court offense. We will try to improve that today and every day leading forward until Michigan on Saturday. We're excited about the opportunity to go to Ann Arbor and play a very good Michigan team on national television Saturday at 1 o'clock East Coast time.
Thank you, Coach. We'll get it started, and we'll start with John, please.
Hey, Coach, do you have any update on Lamont? Just obviously took that oct fall and was icing his wrist afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm concerned about Lamont, but he's getting x-rays, seeing the doctors today, and hopefully have a better idea of what it is when I get to practice today right after this press conference.
What does your team know? I mean, what's the legacy of the Fab Five in modern college basketball? Like, your team wasn't alive, obviously, for the Fab Five, but what kind of legacy does that group have on today's student athletes and basketball players?
I think of the fact that it showed how freshmen can play immediately in college basketball. You know, there was an era where freshmen had to redshirt in college basketball. And then to start 5 of them and play for a national championship, I think it kind of opened the door for freshmen to come in and be impactful in college basketball programs. And I think that was kind of the start of it. And now you look up and you're lucky to have a freshman 1 year if they're really talented, McDonald's All-American caliber. They're one and dones and right to the NBA. So it kind of changed the trajectory of freshmen in college basketball.
Coach, what's the story in terms of how you ended up on Bill Frieder's staff? Because you're at South Dakota, right? And then after, 3 years, you ended up in Ann Arbor prior to the 88-89 season. How did you end up on the staff?
Bill Frieder and my dad were assistants together at the University of Michigan. They'd known each other back from their days at Alpena, Michigan, where my dad was from. He was a junior college coach. Bill was a high school coach. And so they had a long-time relationship. So obviously I had a long-time relationship with Bill. And so when Bill had an opening at Michigan, I left South Dakota State and became a first-year coach at Michigan in 88-89, the year of our national championship.
Is that how all first seasons work out for assistants, national championships? Is that pretty normal?
The lucky ones.
One more for me, Coach. Because both your daughters were born in Ann Arbor, is that right? Aaron and Liza were born in Ann Arbor. Is that accurate?
Aaron was born in Brookings, South Dakota, and moved there when she was 1, and then Liza was born in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
So just how special of a place is it? And not just obviously what happened on court with basketball, but just from a family perspective, raising your children there.
I've been fortunate in raising my family. I spent 10 years in Ann Arbor and now 23, 24 years in San Diego. So everybody knows coaching can be like a military existence where you're moving every 3 or 4 years. But I take great pride in the fact I was able to give my family a stable living environment, Ann Arbor, Michigan, and San Diego. So I've done a good job in that regards. But the girls will come back on the trip. They'll see houses that they haven't seen since we moved away all those years ago. So see the houses they were raised in, and their mom will do that. I'll be focused on basketball, but the girls will come back and get a chance to see Ann Arbor for the first time since they left.
Incredible. All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John. We'll go to Todd next.
Hey, Brian, take us back, just now 10, 30 years, what was your first thought when you saw the Fab Five, the freshmen, come out in those long shorts? Do you remember what that was like for you?
Yeah, I ordered them, so I know what it was like. Michael Jordan was wearing a tad longer short than everybody, and of course he was everything in basketball at that time. We weren't the first to wear long shorts. Illinois had long shorts. Some other programs had longer shorts. But I put a couple inches, then a couple more inches on them. And so you've been in coaching a long time because nobody wears long shorts anymore. They wear short shorts. So I've gone through every era. I've gone through short shorts in the 80s, long shorts in the 90s, and we're back to short shorts in the 2000s.
What's your preference? Do you like the short shorts or do you like the long shorts, Brian?
I like the long shorts. And trust me, they'll come back. It's all fashion trends. Everything comes back eventually.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Todd. Next, let's go to Lee.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the time. The video that you look at of their starting center, is it Hunter Dickinson? Post guy, athlete guy that moves all over the court, and how do you defend what he does? Because he's obviously doing it pretty well.
I mean, I think he and Drew Timme are the two best posts in the country. They both are so talented. They can score in the low block. They're playmakers. If they draw a double team, they know how to get guys open looks. They're such high IQ players and such dangerous post players. So Dickinson or Timme, you can take your pick. They're both very good post players.
What's it going to be like for you to go in a Chrysler Arena, knowing history?
It's going to be the faces, Lee. It's the people in your life that have the greatest impact, and there'll be a lot of familiar faces when I go back there. Obviously, Juwan coaching the other bench, but friends that I considered family when I lived in Ann Arbor will be at the game. So it'll be the people I see that'll bring back the memories.
Looking back on just the horrors of what happened to you and Steve, how did you pick up the pieces of a fractured career?
Well, obviously, Steve Fisher was a big reason that I got my career reconstructed. He brought me to San Diego State with him. So, obviously, I stayed the year he left. We won the first ever Big Ten tournament title with the team that he left us. I left after that year, and when he took San Diego State, I came with him. And so here I sit 24 years later.
Been a lot of different words used to describe what happened there to you and to Coach. Ambushed, victimized, screwed. Pick a phrase. How do you think back to what happened, fairly or unfairly?
I mean, obviously, it's more personal to Steve. He was fired, and obviously, he was never accused of committing any NCAA violations. But Michigan made what they thought was a good business decision at the time. I stayed the year after he was gone, and obviously, nobody wants their career to end like that. I never thought I would leave Michigan under those terms. But Michigan did what they thought was in the best interest of the University of Michigan, and we've had to live with that. And to see what Steve's done at San Diego State to build the program, to have his name on the floor, just speaks to the person he is, the character he has, and the mental toughness to get over that and to move on and to build something special out here in San Diego.
In all the years, has Weber or before Traylor passed away, did they ever apologize to you or Steve?
No, I don't feel as if they felt there was anything to apologize for. You know, they're good people. I look at what they've done. So much, Lee, is like you look at that moment, that small moment in life, and you say, did a kid make a mistake or not? Maybe. But to look what they've done with their lives after that, Weber, to go on, have the career he had as a player, and now as a broadcaster, the role model he's become to so many people. And so things happen in life, and then you grow from them. And so I couldn't be any more proud of Chris and what he did with his life. Obviously, Robert Traylor died way before his time, and so we miss Robert dearly. But two people that I consider friends of mine for life.
Final question, toughest question of all. Be honest, no coach speak. You miss Winters and Brookings?
I do not miss Winters and Brookings. I miss some of the people I met in Brookings, but I don't miss the Winters at all.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you, Lee. Andrew, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay, Coach?
Yep.
All right. You kind of touched on this earlier, but I was wondering during your visit to Ann Arbor, are there any restaurants you might be able to get to, you look forward to, or any people that you can mention in particular besides Juwan you look forward to seeing? I know Bob Bland's still there, and he's the one that comes to mind for me. But yeah, thanks.
You know, I haven't been back in so long. I went back to a golf outing 2 years ago, pre-COVID, that raised money for ALS, the Michigan Alumni Golf Outing. I had a great time there, but I didn't get into the city that much to restaurant hop, so I don't even know what's still there. It's been so long. So I'll get back in, and I'm sure people will reach out to me and that I haven't heard from for a long time, and we'll kind of see what the lay of the land is in Ann Arbor again.
Thank you, Andrew. Next, let's go to Samantha.
Hey, Coach, have you had a chance to talk to Juwan at all this week?
No, he's so busy. He's got North Carolina tonight, and so I'll shoot him a text after that game, hopefully to congratulate him on a victory and tell him how much I'm looking forward to seeing him. But he's like most coaches. Once the season starts, the time to interact with people drops, and you're so focused on your world and your team that we haven't had a chance to communicate once our season started.
Yeah. How important is it for you guys to win this game to prove once again, like you said, we're not in a Power 5 conference, but we're a Power 5 school?
It's a resume win. I mean, this could be a win that puts us in the NCAA tournament. So we have to approach it like that. This is a chance to go play a ranked team on their home floor. And if we can get that win, it'll be a quad one win on the road, and it'll help us immensely come tournament time. So it's an opportunity that we want to take full advantage of.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Samantha. Let's go to Jason.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for the time. I wanted to ask, this is a very dangerous Michigan team you're coming into Ann Arbor to face. Is there anything in particular that you're having your Aztec squad focus on right now when it comes to facing Michigan, or are you just kind of going for an all-around strategy?
Well, most good basketball teams are solid up the middle, and with Brooks and Dickinson, that's as good as you can get. These are veteran players that know how to play, that lead their team in the right way, so everything stops and ends with them. Obviously, they have other great pieces, freshmen that are finding their way, new transfers that are trying to get used to the system. And so when I watch Michigan, they look like us to a degree. The new guys are trying to find out where they fit and what they're doing. And as they get more comfortable, Michigan will become more dangerous.
Some people may compare this game to back in 2014 when San Diego State beat Kansas at home 61-57. This was a game in Kansas when San Diego State was number 19 and Kansas number 16. Are there any similarities from that game in 2014 to this game against Michigan in Saturday?
The similarity is it's the ultimate challenge. And we talk about the Kansas win because it was no one thought we could do it, and we found a way. And so I don't know if a lot of people think we're going to be able to go in Ann Arbor and get a win. So that's the ultimate challenge. We have to find a way to go to an environment on the road and be together, be tight, and find a way to manufacture a victory.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay, looking for any more questions for Coach Sdsu? Coach, that appears to be it. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Adam.
Coach, will you be able to make it back in time to go to the football game on Saturday?
No. I'd have to have a private jet to get back to the Aztec game, and we're on public transportation. So we're public travel. We're not private. So no, we won't make it back.
Will you guys have like a watch party or anything like that?
I think we're leaving after the game, and so maybe we have, I think, a layover in Minneapolis. Maybe we can turn the game on in Minneapolis and see how our Aztecs are doing. And we're wishing them all the best. They've had an incredible season, 11-1, and now to go for the title is amazing. And we're wishing them all the best against a very good Utah State team.